Healing happens naturally during rest because the body is designed to restore itself when it is no longer under pressure or alert. When you rest, the nervous system shifts out of survival mode and into a state of repair. Muscles soften, breathing deepens, and internal systems begin to rebalance without effort. This is not something you have to force or control. It is a built-in intelligence that activates when the body feels safe enough to let go. During rest, the body redirects energy away from constant activity and toward renewal. Cells regenerate, tissues repair, and emotional tension starts to release. The mind becomes quieter, allowing the body to focus on what it does best, healing. This is why sleep and deep rest are essential, not optional, for emotional and physical well-being. Rest allows the body to release accumulated stress that has been stored throughout the day. Worries, responsibilities, and unexpressed emotions create tension that the body holds until it is given permission to relax. When you rest, you send a powerful signal that it is okay to stop holding everything together. This permission opens the space for healing to begin. Emotional healing also unfolds during rest. When the mind is no longer replaying fears or trying to solve problems, the heart softens. Old emotional weight can lift without effort simply because it is no longer being reinforced. In this quiet state, compassion and acceptance replace resistance, allowing emotional balance to return naturally. The body does not heal in moments of urgency or self-criticism. It heals in moments of safety and calm. Rest creates that safety by slowing everything down. Even short periods of deep relaxation can begin to shift patterns of tension that have existed for a long time. When you allow yourself to rest without guilt, you align with the natural rhythm of healing. You are not falling behind by resting. You are supporting your body's deepest need for balance, restoration, and peace. Self-love creates emotional safety because it changes the way you relate to yourself in moments of vulnerability, discomfort, or uncertainty. When you respond to your own feelings with kindness instead of judgment, the nervous system relaxes and no longer feels threatened from within. Emotional safety is not created by controlling circumstances, but by knowing that whatever arises inside you will be met with compassion rather than rejection. When self-love is absent, the inner world can feel harsh and unforgiving. Thoughts become critical, emotions are suppressed, and the body remains tense as if it must constantly protect itself. This inner pressure signals danger to the body, keeping it in a state of alertness. Self-love reverses this pattern by offering reassurance, telling the body that it is allowed to feel, to rest, and to heal without being punished. Emotional safety allows feelings to move rather than become trapped. When you love yourself, you give emotions permission to exist without being judged as wrong or inconvenient. This acceptance prevents emotional buildup and reduces the need for the body to express emotional pain through physical symptoms. The body responds to this safety by softening and releasing long-held tension. Self-love also builds trust within. When you consistently treat yourself with care, the body learns that it does not have to stay guarded. Breath deepens, posture relaxes, and the heart opens gradually. This trust creates a stable inner environment where healing processes can function freely and naturally. In emotionally safe spaces, healing accelerates. The immune system strengthens, stress hormones decrease, and the mind becomes clearer. These shifts happen not because anything is being forced, but because the body feels supported. Self-love provides that support by replacing fear with reassurance and self-criticism with understanding. As self-love becomes a daily practice, emotional safety becomes the foundation of your inner world. From that foundation, resilience grows, balance returns, and the body responds with greater harmony and ease. The body responds to loving thoughts because it interprets them as signals of safety, acceptance, and care. When the mind offers gentle, reassuring thoughts, the nervous system shifts into a state of calm, allowing muscles to relax and breath to deepen. This inner environment supports balance and repair as the body no longer feels the need to remain guarded or alert. Loving thoughts soften internal tension that may have been held for long periods of time. Harsh self-talk and fearful thinking create contraction in the body, while kindness and compassion invite release. Each loving thought tells the body that it is supported, that it is not under threat, and that it can begin to restore harmony naturally. The body does not distinguish between outer kindness and inner kindness. Thoughts spoken silently carry the same impact as words spoken aloud. When loving thoughts become familiar, they retrain the body to respond with ease rather than stress. Heart rhythm steadies, digestion improves, and emotional weight begins to lift as the body aligns with the tone of care being offered. Consistency matters more than intensity. Repeated loving thoughts create new emotional patterns that the body learns to trust. Over time, these thoughts replace old stress responses, teaching the body that peace is a safe and natural state. Healing unfolds gently as the body adjusts to this new internal language. Loving thoughts also create emotional space for forgiveness and acceptance. When the mind is compassionate, the body releases its grip on past tension and unresolved emotions. This release frees energy that was once used for protection and redirects it toward renewal and balance. As loving thoughts become a natural part of awareness, the body mirrors that love through increased vitality, relaxation, and resilience. The relationship between mind and body strengthens, allowing healing to express itself with greater ease and cooperation. Sleep restores balance and harmony because it allows the entire system to reset without interference from conscious effort or daily demands. As you sleep, the body shifts into a deeply restorative state where repair, regulation, and renewal take place naturally. Systems that work tirelessly during waking hours are given space to recalibrate, bringing the body back toward its natural rhythm and equilibrium. During sleep, the nervous system moves out of constant alertness and into a state of rest and repair. Stress hormones decrease and calming processes take over, allowing muscles to release tension and organs to function more efficiently. This shift creates harmony within the body as systems that were once strained begin to synchronize again. Sleep also restores emotional balance. The mind processes experiences, releases emotional overload, and integrates feelings that were too intense or distracting during the day. As emotional tension dissolves, the heart feels lighter and more open. This emotional clearing supports physical well-being as the body no longer carries unresolved stress into the next day. Healing hormones and regenerative processes are most active during sleep. Cells repair themselves, immune function strengthens, and energy stores are replenished. These quiet activities are guided by the body's innate intelligence, requiring no conscious direction. Sleep provides the perfect conditions for this intelligence to operate fully. Harmony returns when the body is no longer resisting exhaustion. When you allow yourself to sleep deeply and without guilt, you honor the natural cycles that sustain life. This acceptance reinforces balance, teaching the body that rest is safe and necessary. As sleep becomes deeper and more consistent, the body responds with improved clarity, steadier emotions, and greater resilience. Balance and harmony emerge not through effort, but through the gentle, uninterrupted restoration that sleep provides. Gentle awareness eases emotional pain because it creates space where feelings are allowed to exist without being judged, suppressed, or rushed away. When you meet emotional discomfort with softness instead of resistance, the nervous system relaxes and the intensity of the pain naturally begins to lessen. Emotional pain often deepens when it is fought or denied, but it softens when it is acknowledged with patience and care. Awareness that is gentle does not demand explanations or solutions. It simply notices what is present and offers acceptance. This approach communicates safety to the body and heart, allowing emotions to move rather than become stuck. When emotions are free to move, they lose their grip and begin to dissolve naturally. Many emotional wounds persist because they were never given permission to be felt fully. Gentle awareness allows you to stay present with emotions without being overwhelmed by them. By observing rather than identifying with pain, you create a healthy distance that prevents emotional flooding while still allowing healing to occur. The body responds to gentle awareness by releasing stored tension. Emotional pain is often held physically through tight muscles, shallow breathing, or heaviness in the chest. When awareness is kind and steady, these physical expressions begin to soften. Breath deepens, the body relaxes, and emotional energy is released safely. Gentle awareness also builds trust within yourself. Each time you stay present with an emotion without judging it, you show yourself that you are capable of handling what you feel. This trust reduces fear around emotions, making them less intense and more manageable over time. As gentle awareness becomes a habit, emotional pain loses its power to dominate your experience. Feelings pass more freely, resilience grows, and the heart gradually returns to a state of ease and balance. Forgiveness softens the heart because it releases the emotional armor built to protect against past pain. When hurt is held for too long, the heart tightens, guarding itself from being wounded again. This protection may feel necessary, but it also restricts the flow of love, ease, and connection. Forgiveness gently dissolves these inner barriers, allowing the heart to relax and open once more. Holding on to resentment keeps the heart anchored to moments that have already passed. The emotional weight of anger, betrayal, or disappointment is carried forward, replaying old experiences within the present. The heart remains tense as if it must stay vigilant. Forgiveness loosens this grip, freeing the heart from the need to relive what has already ended. Forgiveness does not deny pain or justify harmful actions. It acknowledges what was felt and chooses release over continued suffering. This choice shifts the emotional burden away from the heart, allowing compassion and understanding to replace contraction. As the heart softens, emotional tension that was once held tightly begins to dissolve. Self-forgiveness is equally powerful. When the heart carries guilt or shame, it becomes heavy and guarded. Forgiving yourself restores gentleness within, allowing the heart to feel safe again. This safety encourages emotional healing, as the heart no longer needs to defend against inner criticism. As forgiveness deepens, emotional flow is restored. Feelings move freely, instead of becoming trapped in cycles of resentment or regret. The heart responds by becoming lighter, more flexible, and more open to trust and connection. Through forgiveness, the heart remembers its natural state of openness and ease. Emotional pain loses its sharpness, and the heart gradually returns to a rhythm of compassion, balance, and peace. Hope exists even in quiet moments because it does not require noise, certainty, or dramatic change to be real. Often, hope is not found in grand breakthroughs, but in subtle pauses where the heart continues to beat and the breath continues to flow. In moments of stillness, when expectations fall away, hope remains as a gentle presence, steady and patient. Quiet moments allow hope to surface without pressure. When the mind is no longer searching for answers or forcing optimism, a soft awareness emerges that life is still supporting you. This awareness does not shout or demand attention. It simply exists, offering reassurance that you are not alone. Even when circumstances feel uncertain, hope can be felt in the smallest sensations: a slow breath, a slight easing of tension, a sense of being held by rest. These subtle shifts are signs that healing and renewal are already in motion. The body and heart respond to this quiet hope by relaxing their grip on fear, allowing space for trust to grow. In silence, the nervous system settles and emotional overwhelm begins to subside. As inner noise fades, hope becomes more accessible because it is no longer competing with worry or doubt. The heart becomes more receptive to gentle reassurance, even if it cannot yet see a clear path forward. Quiet moments also invite reflection without judgment. They allow you to acknowledge pain without being consumed by it. Within this acceptance, hope finds room to breathe. It does not insist on immediate change. It offers the promise of movement, however. Gradual. As you allow yourself to rest in quiet moments, hope continues to exist beneath the surface, steady and enduring. It reminds you that even in stillness, life is unfolding and support is present in ways that may not yet be visible. You are worthy of healing because your existence alone makes you deserving of care, compassion, and restoration. Worthiness is not something that must be earned through effort, perfection, or suffering. It is inherent, present from the moment you exist, untouched by mistakes, setbacks, or moments of weakness. Healing is not a reward reserved for those who get everything right. It is a natural response to being alive. Many people delay healing because they believe they must first fix themselves, forgive enough, understand enough, or prove they deserve to feel better. This belief places healing in the future and keeps the body and heart in a state of waiting. When you recognize your worthiness now, the waiting ends and the process of healing is allowed to begin. Your body has never questioned your worth. It has continued to breathe for you, protect you, and support you even during times of self-doubt or neglect. This loyalty reflects an innate belief in your value. When you align with this truth, the body responds with greater ease, releasing tension that was created by self-judgment. Emotional wounds often persist when the heart feels undeserving of peace or relief. Affirming your worthiness softens this resistance, allowing compassion to replace self-criticism. As the heart accepts that it is allowed to heal, emotional pain loses its intensity and begins to loosen its grip. Healing unfolds more gently when you stop measuring yourself against unrealistic standards. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else's to be valid. Accepting your worth creates a foundation of safety, and safety is where healing thrives when you truly accede that you are worthy of healing. You no longer push yourself through pain or rush your recovery. You allow yourself patience, kindness, and rest, creating the inner environment where balance and renewal can naturally return. The body knows how to heal itself because it was designed with an innate intelligence that constantly works to restore balance and well-being. Every moment, countless processes are occurring without conscious effort, regulating temperature, repairing tissue, balancing chemistry, and maintaining harmony. This intelligence does not need to be taught how to heal. It has been doing so since the beginning of life. When injury, stress, or emotional strain occurs, the body immediately responds with protective and restorative actions. It increases circulation where repair is needed, mobilizes immune responses, and adapts to changing conditions with remarkable precision. Even when healing appears slow, the body is still working patiently, adjusting and recalibrating in ways that may not be visible. Emotional states play a powerful role in how easily the body can express this healing ability. When the body feels safe and supported, its natural repair mechanisms function more effectively. Fear, self-criticism, and constant tension can interfere with this process, not because the body fails, but because it is responding to perceived danger. When calm and trust return, healing flows more freely. The body does not require force or punishment to heal. It responds to cooperation, rest, nourishment, and loving attention. When you listen to its signals and honor its needs, you strengthen the partnership between awareness and physical intelligence. This cooperation allows healing to unfold with less resistance. Throughout life, the body continually demonstrates its ability to recover from imbalance. Cuts close, bones mend, energy returns after exhaustion, and emotional wounds soften with time and care. These processes are guided by an inner wisdom that remains active regardless of conscious belief. As trust in the body deepens, tension eases and healing accelerates. By allowing the body to do what it already knows how to do, you align with its natural rhythm of restoration, resilience, and renewal. Peace begins with allowing, because it is the first step in releasing the need to control, resist, or fix what is already present. When you stop pushing against circumstances, thoughts, or emotions, you create a space where calm can enter naturally. Allowing does not mean passivity or surrender to harm. It means acknowledging what is happening without judgment and giving yourself permission to experience the present moment fully. The mind often struggles against reality, insisting that things should be different. This struggle creates tension, anxiety, and inner conflict. When you choose to allow instead, you ease the grip of resistance, and the body and mind can begin to relax. In this state, clarity emerges and the heart feels lighter because it no longer carries the burden of fighting what cannot be changed. Allowing applies to emotions as well. When feelings of sadness, fear, or anger arise, resisting them only amplifies their intensity. Peace is cultivated when you notice these emotions, accept their presence, and let them flow naturally. By allowing emotions without judgment, you prevent them from becoming trapped in the body and mind, releasing energy that was previously consumed by tension. This practice also extends to thoughts and experiences. Life does not always unfold according to expectation, and trying to force outcomes creates friction and unrest. Peace begins when you allow life to move through its own rhythm while maintaining a calm, centered inner state. By aligning with the flow rather than attempting to control it, the min. D experiences relief and the heart feels safe. Allowing creates space for healing, clarity, and insight. When you stop insisting on immediate answers or perfect conditions, the mind and body can rest and inner wisdom becomes accessible. In this state, even challenges are met with composure because resistance has been replaced with acceptance and trust. As allowing becomes a consistent practice, peace deepens. The nervous system stabilizes, the heart softens, and the body relaxes into a state of ease. With each moment of acceptance, you reinforce the understanding that life in its entirety can be met without struggle, and true serenity begins to flow naturally from within. In conclusion, healing and inner peace are not distant goals to be earned. They are natural states already available to you. Each moment of self-love, gentle awareness, forgiveness, and allowing creates the conditions for your body, mind, and heart to restore themselves. By trusting the innate intelligence of your body, honoring your emotions, and speaking kindly to yourself, you open the door for profound renewal and balance. Peace begins the moment you stop resisting and start allowing. Healing accelerates when you recognize your worthiness and permit the body and heart to respond naturally. Quiet moments, rest, and gentle self-compassion are not luxuries. They are essential tools in supporting the natural flow of restoration. Remember, hope exists even in stillness. The heart softens through forgiveness, and the body knows how to heal when it is met with love. By embracing these truths and giving yourself permission to rest, you create an environment where complete healing can unfold effortlessly, gently, and fully.